Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name is Stephen Childs, and this is part 2 of the PK Kick. As I explained in the last video, we are in a war, and I was told to declare war by a spirit being many years ago, because I was being done wrong in a horrible way. It involved being separated from family, loved ones, because I had no more belief in the religion that I grew up in. And at the end of the last video, I was talking how people use Jesus to protect them from evil, like the Lord's Prayer. Well, to me, Jesus is evil, because the Mormons actually say that Jesus is Yahweh. They're the same one. And this is tribal warfare. The Christian religion and the Jewish religion are not the only religions that are engaged in tribal warfare in one form or another. This is a worldwide thing. All the humans came from tribes that are in wars with other tribes. And many of us can see that we need to stop doing this. We need to have a new ideology that we don't fight wars against each other and we don't do wrong to one another. This is what will save us. So, people pray to Jesus to stop others from doing them wrong. And the Trump people, the followers of Trump, is one example of where I'm getting thoughts that I'm experiencing from somewhere. They're saying they're going to thump me. They're saying to kick him out. So I'm hearing this conversation of those people that are against me. And it's like they know it and they want me to give up. They will say things like, telepathically, they will communicate things like, do you want us to hit you in the head? And do you want us to kick you out? And it involves the powers of the planet. So that involves police, sheriffs, military, assassins. They tell me that I have a contract on me. So because of our non-local mind, it explains how telepathy might be real. And many people understand through meditation and through the practice of meditation that we develop a connection to other minds that we can communicate with. And the Western psychologist has poo-pooed this and said it's just our own imagination, and every phenomena happens only in our own minds. So they think our mind is like the citadel of creation. And then in the IFS with Robert Falconer explaining that our mind is porous. And we're not one specific identity. We're a group of identities, group of parts. And so when you change your concept of what we are, you begin to change your experience of the universe. There are many examples of people that are having dreams, precognitive dreams of the future. I do. Other people are having communication telepathically with other minds through prayer and meditation. Carl Jung talked about active imagination and the archetypes. See, the archetypes are basically the same idea that we're talking here with the parts, our different parts, different archetypes. This goes together real well. There's like examples of people using chi for energy. We've been taught that people have the ability to affect you with energy. And when you watch people talk, and a lot of them are doing this all the time, as if they're poking pins in their enemy, or, you know, is it me they're poking the pin in? I don't know. So the PK kick is like a karate kick to the side of the head of the enemy. The enemy of the way of fairness are people that are unfair, and they're not aligned with whatever is actual truth. So we're based on protecting truth and fairness, real truth, what's evidence-based truth, and not doing anyone wrong. Maybe when you were a kid, you remember somebody telling you that you're this pencil, and they break it in half, as if they just broke you in half. That does something to our mind, unconsciously. So we have to develop ways of combating that, of protecting ourselves from others that are attempting to take control. Narcissists are specialists in taking control of other people's minds. It can become scary how powerful they are at taking control. So people they'll pray to Jesus to protect them from evil. You know, I tried that and it didn't help. And then it wasn't long before I didn't even believe in that. I'm in the camp that we don't think there ever was a Jesus. Jesus never existed. Historically, there's just not any evidence. So, truth is what gets traction. And deception just spins out. It's stuck. It gets stuck. It can't get up the hill because it doesn't have any traction. And truth does. When there's a saying from the Latino people, when the truth arrives, the lie leaves. Now, the truth can be a group of bullies, that we have more power than you. So you're going to lie for us, or you're in big trouble. You're going to tell the other people, this is what happened, and this is what you believe. God created the world in 6 days, and if you don't believe God's real, then you're going to burn in hell. This has an effect on our mind. So we need something to protect us from evil. So what is evil? See, I'm describing the religion as being evil. And the religion describes me as being evil. Joseph Campbell said that, he was talking about something along this line. And he said, to the deer, the hunter is evil. I had that experience. I shot a deer once. It was a spike buck yearling, and it looked at me before it died. And it was like, I felt this evil. And well, where's the evil? Well, I'm the one that just killed something, and we project it out. I was trying to project it somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ending the lives of fellow animals on the planet. Well, I'm going to say it again, because this is a truth for me that doesn't go away. This is why I chose vegan diet. And at this point, I need to say that we are humans, and we come from a history of tribal warfare, and we come from what created our species was our ability to have a varied diet, and meat was one of the foods we ate. Fish, meat, poultry. if you have animals that you eat, but if you're kind to them, that's less evil than if you're unkind. So we have corporate farms that are very unkind to the animals. And if we're going to continue to eat meat, we need to change that so that we respect the other life forms on the planet. When we do that, the aliens are going to stop appearing as praying mantises that terrorize humans. So I noticed this connection. They treat us the way we're treating the other animals. And the beings that I'm in communication with are atheists. And they're the ones we thought were the gods. See, they couldn't explain to us where we were at on a tiny speck of dust planet called Earth in a universe that's bigger than we'll ever be able to imagine how big it is. And we'll maybe never even discover, never find how big it is. So they just let us continue to develop until the day arrived when we're capable of understanding the truth of where we're at. On a planet circling the sun. See, there were people that got killed. Bruno got burned at the stake because he said there's other intelligences in the stars. And he focused on love for one another. I do too, but love without fairness is not going to get any traction. Fairness is what's going to stop the unfairness. And the love is already here. See, you can have all the love in the world for a narcissist. He doesn't even experience it because he's so damaged from child abuse when he was young that he doesn't experience emotions properly. So their life is different. It's all about winning someone else. So they enjoy defeating other people and having control over other people. They enjoy bullying people. All of us have the ability to be bullies. We can get the gang together with people and pick on someone, call them names. That's why this is a telepathically psychokinetic violent thought war, because that's what they're doing to us. They're using violent thoughts toward us all the time. So we have the PKK. We have PKK ability, and PK is psychokinesis. It was called telekinesis before, like the ability to bend spoons, the ability from me to affect someone else, doesn't matter how far away they are, instantly. That's non-locality. Well, science is telling us, science has proven, they gave the Nobel Prize to the guys that verified non-locality in an even more powerful, convincing way. That is what it means is locality is not real. There's not a real independent reality. So they have proven that we don't live in a reality where there is locality. There is not any locality. It seems like there is, but actually there isn't. So the universe is non-local. What does it mean? It means that it's the ocean and the waves is what we are. All the atoms are just waves of this non-local ocean that's everything. This explains cosmic consciousness. Did the ocean have the intelligence to design the waves? I don't think so. I'm an atheist. So the minds evolved from no mind. And the minds that evolve are non-local and they're not contained in the brain. There's not anything contained in anything other than the universe. So there's one container of all, and it's that ocean. that has all power, and we absolutely depend on to be a wave of it. So even if it doesn't have a mind, there's the all-powerful all that has no mind other than our mind. So is the universe conscious? Absolutely, because we are. If all of the minds in the universe died and there were no more minds in the universe, I believe the universe would still be here. It would not be conscious anymore. If there's a mind in the universe that's non-local, that's everywhere at every time and every place at once, then the universe is conscious because of that mind being conscious. So, we're going to continue to wage war against unfairness toward us, and we have powerful friends out there, in here, wherever non-local does make sense. Space and time do not make any sense. So, we experience them locally, and I'm going to continue to use my watch. I don't have a watch. But there's time and there's distance and there's place and time in our experience. We haven't changed that. We still have ordinary lives. And in our ordinary lives, we have people that have demonstrated we live in a non-local reality. And it's so strange. It's really quite exciting because we don't even know what technologies might come from this knowledge. You know, it's like first we figure out how chemicals can be used in chemistry, and then we discover ways to create all these materials we have in our modern day. But at first, we just had simple chemistry that became a thing, like the Greeks theorizing that that everything comes from an atom, some fundamental particle. And we realized that now that first it was the proton, neutron, electron that they were comprised of. Now it's at quark level. And we have particle accelerators. We're learning so much about the fundamental aspects of physicality. And people that are anti-truth are anti-Christ. Because my belief is that Christ means just actual truth. Actual truth is the way. And the metaphor is that the God is the actual truth. So the God is the ocean. The God is the all. So it's easy to understand how, as humans, we had this concept of God that's the all-powerful, and it got us to where we're at. So we do through meditation and prayer make contact with other beings. So they're helping my friends that don't know they're atheists, and they're still calling them Jesus, and they're still helping them in that regard. They like wear Jesus' hat or Jesus' clothes in the image that they create, and they give people dreams of Jesus or Allah. They give people dreams about the future. They give people dreams about the afterlife. So they're giving me a lot of dreams about after I die. I guess they have the technology that we don't cease to exist, at least for a time period. I don't know. At that point, it gets kind of vague working with them, and it becomes unimportant. It's a possibility. Great. Maybe I don't die. And it's not because of God. It's because of my extraterrestrial friends. Or something else that I don't understand. Maybe there's a quality about time and space. See, once we exist, it's like in a non-local universe, perhaps we always exist. Because time and space are not relevant. So what is it that's there? I have no idea. It'll be a surprise. Have a great day. Let's stop doing each other wrong.